Yvette Mitchell reflects on her Black Friday one-night stand with Zeke Franklin and her subsequent discovery of a positive pregnancy test. Overwhelmed, she calls her friend Dee Dee Benjamin, confessing she made a life-altering mistake. Despite Dee Dee's encouragement to embrace the new year as a fresh start, Yvette reveals her guilt will have lasting consequences, cryptically stating she knows what to do before abruptly ending the call. Meanwhile, Shirley Pierce confides in Shelley Dorval about her shameful past, admitting that her daughter Vivian is the product of an affair with the married Lorenzo Russo. Shelley is shocked as Shirley recounts how Clarice Russo, Lorenzo's wife, discovered the affair and threatened to take Vivian away if Shirley didn't leave town. Shirley also reveals that her husband, Isaac, encouraged her to tell Vivian the truth, which Vivian overheard and used to plot her rise to power. Shelley tries to reassure Shirley, but Shirley remains deeply worried about Vivian's moral path and the Russo family's retaliation. On the beach at Theodosius Palace, Isabel Torres thanks Isidore Russo for a heartfelt Christmas gift. Their conversation shifts when Isidore confronts Isabel about her son Pacho's betrayal and reveals that Vivian is Lorenzo's illegitimate daughter. Isabel is stunned by the Russo family's hidden secret and Vivian's involvement in Pacho's schemes. As the New Year countdown begins, Isabel and Isidore share a passionate kiss, signaling unresolved emotions between them. Lorenzo, seeking a chance to connect with his daughter, invites Vivian to live at the Russo estate. Despite Pacho's hostility, Vivian agrees to move into the Russo estate, not out of reconciliation, but to protect her newfound position at Russo Jewelers. After everyone rings in the new year, Ben Russo and his girlfriend Quinlan discuss the fallout of Ben keeping Vivian's identity a secret from his brother, Max Russo. When Vivian appears, she apologizes to Ben for using him in her schemes, though Ben remains wary of her intentions. Vivian then proposes an exclusive interview with Quinlan to publicly explain her takeover of Russo Jewelers and outline her vision for the company. At the Dorval estate, Shelley serves soup jumu to her son JJ, marking Haitian Independence Day, then inquires about his emotional state following a smear campaign that dredged up his past altercation with Devante Torres. JJ assures her he's fine. Shelley expresses frustration over their family being thrust into the public eye, especially since the campaign exploited JJ's story. JJ highlights that their endorsement of Heidi Russo for district attorney opened them up to such attacks. Shelley remains steadfast in her belief that supporting Heidi was worth the risk, despite JJ's concerns about the fallout if Owen Grant loses the election. Meanwhile, Jeremiah Dorval confronts Owen in his office, accusing him of dragging JJ into the smear campaign. Owen defends his actions as typical political tactics, but Jeremiah calls out his manipulative behavior. The heated exchange ends with Jeremiah warning Owen that his true character will be exposed to Valley Park, confident it will cost him the election. At Shirley's diner, Nichelle Torres tells her boyfriend Zeke Franklin about Pacho's affair with Vivian and her disbelief at the drama surrounding the Russos. Their conversation is interrupted by a call from Dee Dee, which Zeke answers. Although brief, the call irritates Nichelle, who wishes Zeke would leave Dee Dee in the past. Zeke reassures Nichelle of her importance, but their moment is interrupted when Zeke notices Yvette entering the diner. Although visibly unsettled, Zeke focuses on Nichelle, while Yvette, harboring a secret about her pregnancy, decides against revealing it to her mother, Wanda. Vivian participates in an interview with reporter Quinlan Franklin, portraying herself as a hardworking underdog who earned her role as CEO of Russo Jewelers and her plan to modernize the company. As the interview airs, Clarice Russo watches angrily. Isabel confronts Pacho about conspiring with Vivian to take over Russo Jewelers, warning him about potential retaliation from the Russo family. Their argument takes a personal turn as Isabel dismisses Pacho's insinuations about her relationship with Isidore, leaving their conversation unresolved. At the Russo estate, Vivian's arrival to live with the Russos sparks chaos among the family. Clarice and the rest of the family react angrily, questioning Lorenzo's decision to welcome her into their home. As arguments erupt, Vivian remains unfazed, amused by the discord she has caused. Wade Pena denies any involvement in the attack Brandon Pittman committed against Quinlan Franklin when interrogated by Isaac. Wade warns his brother Sean to stay silent during any legal proceedings, asserting control over the family's response to accusations. Later, Quinlan meets Kimmy, who reveals that Brandon, the man who attacked Quinlan, had a violent history, particularly with Kimmy's late friend Danny. Kimmy shares how Danny's struggles to escape Brandon's abuse led her to work with the Apinas, ultimately costing her life. Vivian meets her mother, Shirley, to share news about her first day as CEO of Russo Jewelers and her decision to live with the Russos. Shirley is skeptical of her daughter's choice, expressing concern that Vivian's new wealth could lead her to forget her values. Their tense conversation about family, morality, and entitlement is interrupted when Clarice walks into the diner. Isidore visits Isabel at Theodosius' palace, where she pleads with him to spare her son, Pacho, despite his role in helping Vivian become CEO. Isidore assures Isabel he is focused on reclaiming Russo Jewelers, not revenge, but their conversation turns emotional as they reflect on their shared grief and history. In a vulnerable moment, they end up sleeping together. Quinlan opens up to Ben about her meeting with Kimmy and the hardships Danny faced due to Brandon Pittman's abuse. This triggers a discussion about Quinlan's past with Zeke's father, though Quinlan avoids going into detail. At the Mitchell estate, Yvette nervously confesses to her parents, Udell and Wanda, that she has been hooking up with boys again and is now pregnant. The revelation leaves the family in shock. Can't get enough of the crazy world of In Times Like These? Feel free to binge watch In Times Like These. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You're not ready for what's to come, but tune in anyways.